Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our presentation. I and my teammate will take introduction about ourselves. Initially, my name is Lương Ngọc Linh Uyển, and I am Nguyễn Gia Nông.
I'm Nguyễn Hồng Nhung.
And Trần Ngọc Yến Nhi. We are students in class 25 of Geography Tertiary School. Today, we are looking forward to presenting you our topic, racism. Now, Liao Angeles, who is the first American leading performer as the Metropolitan Opera in Boston, accomplishment no color. Even in a very modern society, there are numerous people whose accomplishments are denied or maybe unaccepted because their skin color, or we can say because of the word racism. So, what is racism and what is exactly its cause, its effect, and more? So, to let you to acknowledge about this, Daniel will represent the definition, example, targets, and more about racism. Firstly, the primary feature of racism is the definition. Racism is the belief that a particular superior or inferior to another, that a person, social or moral characteristics are being denied because of his or her inborn biological characteristics. And so that is my definition. Now it's come with Titus. Thank you, William. I will be presenting to you about three types of racism: the politically correct racist, the nationalist racist, and the bootstrap bully racist. First is the politically correct racist. In simple words, we can say political correctness is a weapon used to silence people who tell the truth. Why is it understood this way, class? Where the term used to refer to language that seems intended to give the least amount of effect, especially when describing groups identified by external markers such as gender or race, etc. Those who are most strongly opposed to so-called political correctness, view it as censorship or curtailment of freedom of speech that places limits on debates in the public arena. In racism, in order to protest racism, politically correct racists tend to use phrases like "we are the same," "All Lives Matter," or "we are all one," and so on. Even though they sound supportive and they're not really wrong, but they can't really solve the racism problem. The politically correctness, use politically correctness, prevent us from making serious and difficult conversations or speeches about racism happening around the world. So instead of politically correct racism, people should step a bit out of their comfort zones to listen to the concerns of the people of color and find ways to support their cause and support them instead of focusing their attention on themselves. Secondly, the nationalist racism is mostly found in America. The nationalist racism is quite tough to detect because it's slightly muted by its patriotic sentiments. The nationalist racists think of America as white America. And so let's enact little tolerance for the diversity in the country. Like for example, if someone thinks like, I don't think innovation is a problem, but if they come here, they should adopt the American culture because this is America. If someone thinks like that, they might be a nationalist racist. A nationalist racist is only patriotic for the white America, not the beautiful, diverse nation the country has been. They tend to blame people of color for street violence, terrorism, and the nation's economic problems, and more, according to this stereotype we have created for each particular group. And finally, we have the bootstraps pulling races. Many of you might be wondering, what is bootstraps pulling? The two words originate from the phrase, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, which means to improve the situation by your own unaided efforts. The bootstraps pulling racists believe that everyone has an equal opportunity and success as long as they work hard. However, so many people don't realize the difference in each individual's start of life. Various forms of privilege make it easier for some folks to move ahead, while others who work harder to make up for their forms of privilege that they don't have. Like in some educational environments, they tend to raise white people, and so the white students have more benefits and advantages than the colored kids. So it's unfair.
Thank you. So the question is, how can we together reduce racial prejudice and racism? As students, so let's talk about school first. School has such a big influence on us, especially to the youth. These are things that we can do in school. Firstly, form a diversity task force or club. Recognize holiday as an event relating to a variety of cultural and ethnic groups. This can be done in school or university settings. Our diversity group can sponsor panel discussions, awareness activities, or cultural events that help prevent racism. Conducting and observing educational events about events like Juneteenth or other days of significance to minority provide opportunity for students to learn about the story of different cultural groups and also reduce the misinformed or inaccurate perceptions. Secondly, work to include anti-racism education in school curriculum and develop a strategy to change racist policy in school. Education is the platform that makes it possible to defeat all barriers. Education provides people awareness of racism. People can realize that it's definitely wrong to discriminate people only because of their skin color. We should examine and change school policy to change school policy that exclude people from different cultural and ethnic groups. And let's move on to larger change community. Community is not just about teachers, students, staff like the school. It includes everyone. My suggestion of project that we should take together are organize a cleanup or rebuilding campaigns to erase racist, property or eliminate vandalism. Put up hate-racism signs in the community. Put up anti-racism and or anti-hatred slogan in town brings potential to hinder racism in society. Encourage people who have suffered from racism to move on and be more optimistic. as well as let the racist people who are racist feel the shame of their acts. And put together a community forum on town's event on racism, giving citizens a chance to speak out their opinion, talk about how racism affects on their lives, can give us insight to how the people feel on the subject. A forum will offer the residents chances to share their similar concerns and to connect with others. Moreover, they can publicly proclaim their anti-racism mindsets. Let racists know that the community will not stand for racism in exist. Currently, after the death of George Floyd in America, there's been block protests around the world. Here's the video. So that's the end of the video. Last but not least, we cannot underestimate the importance of an individual. As an individual, there are many steps that you take to reduce another person's prejudice. But these two are the most easy and practical. Make a commitment to speak up when you hear racial slur or remark that signal racial prejudice. Take advantage of events or informational materials and make it point something new about different cultures. Changing people's attitudes and institutional practice is hard but necessary. Commitment among individuals, organizations, and institutions to value diversity is essential for healthy communities. Changes will not happen overnight, but we can begin to take more steps to make big change. And that's the end of my part. And
So, thanks, Young. And Mark. So, in conclusion, the definition, practice, and example of racial discrimination have demonstrated the minority history due to the racism. Fortunately, the racially Protestant operated long ago had resulted in the worldwide racial reduction. Therefore, to perceive the accomplishments of the one before, we must have realistic action and have consciousness of the problem in the world, especially its racism. So that is the end of our speaking. Thanks for listening.
remember